Hello world, and welcome to another episode of Hocusology. This is your host, Wolfrey, aka Nightwolf. Sorry it's been a while once again. Honestly, I've been wanting to do one some time ago, but I just get caught up in work, getting tired, being tired. After driving from one state to another, delivering these loads and everything, by the time I pull over in the night, my ass is exhausted. I'm just being honest. But here's another episode. Other than that, I hope everybody's been good. I hope everything, not even, fuck hope. I'm just going to say, I'm glad everything is working out for y'all. I'm glad that y'all doing good. I'm glad that y'all are alive. Because in the way things is going on in this fucking world that we live in, you never know. So, for whoever's listening, even for the ones who's not, I'm glad that y'all still here, y'all still pushing, y'all still fighting. Fuck surviving, just live life. All that survival shit, or I'm just trying to get by and survive and all. As long as your mind state is in that, you're just undermining yourself and how you're supposed to live. Living your life to the fullest isn't having tons of money, cars, for dudes, females, for females, a lot of dudes that's just paying out and this and that and all. Living life is just being able to have peace within oneself, having complete happiness and understanding and all. And unfortunately, in the spiritual realm, it's a fucking war that you got to deal with. Is the more you grow, the more you learn, the more shit that you get into. And it's not like, you get in trouble or anything. It's just that the universe throw things your way within your transitions, and in every moment of you saying, I'm done with this part, I'm done with it, and you feeling certain about it, when that situation comes, are you really done or not? But stop with the surviving shit, and that's for every fucking body. It's not a direct message to anybody, this is for everyone. Stop living in a state of surviving and live. And certain things that may be uncomfortable that you want to do, fucking do it. And things that you feel that you can't reach within yourself, fucking do it. Just try, It's not making the excuse and saying of trying, it's just actually doing it, And if something fails, it fails. If it works, keep going, And that's just one of the main things. Other than that, there's certain things I do want to touch in with that. Is more so like the advice that I'm able to give from the messages that I receive compared to me taking my own advice. And me and one of my brothers had a conversation like last week or the week before about this. We're easily able to give advice to others, but when it comes to ourselves, it's so fucking hard to take. And it's like, in a sense, do you doubt your abilities within yourself, or is it something where it's like, I don't feel like I'm capable of going forth with even what I tell somebody else to do? So one thing I definitely want to talk on is just like, and the advice that you give to others because of your experiences, if you already surpassed that issue, more power to you. If you're still going through the issue, it may be uncomfortable and all. And I know I had to talk about this in one of my other episodes where it's like, in the form of your transitions, there's going to be a lot of things that's going to come across you that you need to eliminate. And it's not for you. It's not on something of you being cocky and saying, oh, I'm above this situation or I'm above somebody or anything. It's just the fact that there's just certain things that's not designed for us. And within the lessons that is given to us is when do you get to the point of just saying, yo, all right, I fucking give in. I'm not going to do this anymore. And sometimes it could be a job. You fucking working at this place. At first you came in all gun-ho happy. I love my job type shit. And as time passed, you realize like, yo, it's time for a change. I deserve better. I need better. I want better. I gotta have better. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, naturally they say every 10 years of an individual's life, we make a change in our lives. There's people that work the same job 30, 40 fucking years and found comfortability in it, found happiness in it. More power to them. And there's other people where it's just like, you know, I deserve more, I want more, but I don't know how to reach to that more level. And sometimes overthinking a situation is going to put you in a fucked up place. So, still, just do it. You know, other than that, even with relationships, whether it's friends, your lover, fucking sometimes your kids, family, whoever. You know, if you're in an uncomfortable situation, naturally put the efforts in and try to make things work. You be verbal with them and they be verbal with you, and it's a choice. And if it needs to go further and y'all need help or whatever, so be it. Some people say fuck it and just leave whoever that person is alone, or leave them people alone. Fuck, sometimes even leave their kids alone, even leave their friends alone, because of how things present themselves. You just feel like it's no longer for you anymore. You know, and it's not that they're holding you back or you're holding them back. Sometimes it's just the evolution of things where it's just like, yo, life is more than just this. Let's not be stuck in this one fucking place. You know, we live on this planet that has so many things in it. Why not try to reach them? And more so whatever skills, or not even skills really, but your creative skills, the things that you have about you that is in you, that you get happy when you're doing. Why not start reaching them areas and shit instead of limiting yourself? You know, and dealing with people. If you deal with people who's nothing but negative, naturally as time passes, you're gonna become negative, but that's a choice. You know, you could either be like, you know what, I care for these people and all, but I just can't fuck with them and leave them alone. Or you just become part of them. Or you're just fucking desperate and need enough people to be around you that you still choose to be with these fucking people because they're the only ones who's willing to entertain you as much as you are willing to entertain them, even though you don't want to. So it's still a choice. You know, but like I tell anybody, we all have the options every day, every hour, every minute, every second to make a change in things. Stop crying about the same fucking shit when you have the decision to make a change. Just do it. You know, and that's what it really boils down to. Every single fucking moment that we get to breathe is an option that we get to make a change in how our life path goes. But we're so programmed to continuously doing the same shit that we don't know anything else. Or we know that there's more, but it's so fucking hard to pull from that norm and that so-called comfort zone, even though you're uncomfortable as fuck, to be able to move forward. So, it's your option. It's still a choice. Everything in what we do, from anything, even if we decide to fucking live, it's still a choice. Hence, a lot of people that go through a lot of shit and commit suicide, you know, that was a choice. They couldn't take it anymore. So for the ones who are still here and still pushing through, I respect y'all. You know, even for the ones who couldn't take it anymore and couldn't bear with the pain or whatever they was experiencing, you know, I respect y'all too in a sense, because it's the fact that, yo, if you don't want to fucking be here and you feeling like the rest of your life is going to be tortured, hey, maybe you'll come back. You never know. You know, in the spiritual realm of things, once going into it, there's a lot of shit that you're going to experience. And if you understand that, it's on you for you to be able to figure out how strong within yourself is it that you'll be able to take as much shit as going to be thrown at you. And when it gets to a point when you be like, all right, universe, stop, give me a moment, and you feel like it's not giving you a moment, you be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go to this bridge, I'm going to go to this building, I'm going to go to this cliff, I'm gonna go to these railroad tracks, whatever, and just stop. But the thing about it is you come back because you have unfinished business. So I was watching something the other day, and it was talking about that, where pretty much once you begin your path spiritually and growing, for you to reach a higher being, you're going to unlock a lot of things. You're going to explore a lot of things. A lot of things is going to come to you. But the unfortunate thing that you don't realize is karma is going to come your way. And it's not even yours. But it's not the fact of you doing something that create these issues. It's the fact of you making a change within your life for you to be able to endure all of the bullshit for later on down the line you see that fucking clear river. You know, and to me, that process is pretty fucked up. But I understand it. Because in the process of everything that you got to go through, you got to be able to still eliminate a lot of emotional parts within yourself to be able to have an open mind, open ear, open heart, and understanding on everything that you're going to receive. When you come across people, having all of that right there, you have to be able to come out of yourself instead of thinking, man, look, I ain't in a fucking mood to hear this shit. I ain't in a fucking mood to talk to this individual. I want to be left alone. But you go out of your norm to listen to this individual and possibly be able to receive a message within it. Or hell, even make a new fucking friend. You know, or have another person that's designed in your soul tribe. You never know. You know, I'm grateful for the people that I come across every single fucking day. And people, as time passes, that I don't make, they just become as friends. You know, whether they're a little brother, or big brother, little sister, big sister, auntie, uncle type shit, however the relationship is, based off of how it's designed for us to be. You know, I'm grateful for everybody that I come across, and I'm thankful for y'all entering in my life, whether it's for the moment, for the long run, whatever, as I hope that y'all are appreciative as well. But yeah, it just gets to a point where it's just like, you know, you feel defeated in a lot of things, and that was a couple of reasons why I haven't, you know, it took a while for me to do another podcast. It was just that I've just been feeling defeated in a lot of things. You know, yes, my friends and all could come to me and I have the answers, but me taking it for myself and everything and moving further within myself is pretty fucking hard to do. You know, so hopefully I'm able to touch somebody who's in something and experience something and it's just like, yo, I don't know what to do or whatever. I need some insight. Just push it. That's the only insight I could really give on it. That's the only answer that I could really give. Push. You know, you may be feeling like you're stuck in a fucking box in a trap or whatever. You just gotta push. As I'm doing myself, you know, and I might be able to make a bigger impact on other people than myself. There's no difference than, you know, looking at yourself in the mirror or listen to yourself talk. Because even after I do these podcasts, I listen to myself and then I listen to a lot of other podcasters and I'll be sitting there like, you know, the way these people talk depends on the topic that they're talking about. You know, they have so much passion inside of their, and when they speak and everything, like, you know, if they're talking about sports, their excitement is there. They know the fucking rundown of the fucking players, the coaches, the fucking style of eating, you know, all of this shit. I don't. You know, I only speak on what I've experienced and what messages come to me to deliver to whoever the fuck is listening. But, you know, I listen to my podcast and I'm like, all right, I get it. I don't have the microphone. I'm using my headphones, so nobody's really able to hear, I guess, the excitement in my voice or the passion in my voice when I talk about these things. But, you know, I don't compare myself to others. I do want to upscale when I do my shows and everything. Like, I gotta redo the song that my brother told me to use for the song. I'm actually going to use. It's called Hocus Pocus. And I'm going to use that, but I got to remake it. And once I figure out and become more technically friendly with shit, I'll figure out how to edit the song onto the program, so there'll be the intro and the outro, or maybe I might just play it through in the background, however. But I'm gonna get that together. But yeah, I mean, I just have my moments of feeling defeated, and within that, it's just like, how do you replenish your energy? I've had a lot of amazing experiences recently, other than meeting people, just spiritual signs that I've seen. I've seen my higher being self absorbing the energy of the sun. And I don't know if anybody else experienced anything like that, but I mean, my excitement was so bad, I was fucking scared because it felt like I was having anxiety. But it wasn't even anxiety, it was just this overwhelming feeling of literally seeing my supreme self and absorbing the energy of the sun. And it wasn't something where it was like hot or anything, it was just energy, overflowing fucking energy filling me up. And I was talking to one of my friends about it, and I was like, if you ever seen this TV show called Blossom, her friend, I forget what her friend was, 17, 13, whatever her fucking number was, and she used to just talk extremely fucking fast. And for that moment, that's how I was. Like, I couldn't calm down. It was just energy just filling up my fucking body, and me just seeing that image of me, but I seen the image and felt the energy. I don't even know how to describe it any better than that. That's just what it was. And eventually it calmed down, probably like 5, maybe 7 hours later. But what happened in the midst of that was I think I received a text message, and from that text message just fucked me up. Like, it fucked up my energy, actually, because I let that individual not really mess with my emotions, but just get into my psyche in a sense, because they irritate the shit out of me. And from that, it was just like that energy level just disintegrated. And I still have the image in my head, but that feeling of energy, I haven't gotten back. Other than that, in the midst of the super blue moon that came last month on the 30th or the 31st, before that, I seen 2 shooting stars. So naturally my inner child was like, oh, let's make a wish. Okay, first one came, I made a wish. Second one came, I was shocked as fuck, I made another wish. So what? That's what the universe gave to me, and I was happy as fuck when I got it. So I did. The third thing was yesterday, matter of fact. No, it wasn't yesterday, it was Sunday. And I was driving through a storm or whatever, but in the midst of the storm, I was coming from South Carolina, heading to Ohio. And by the time I think I got to either North Carolina or Virginia, it kept raining on and off periodically. And throughout the time of me driving, I seen a rainbow. It was a double rainbow, actually. And I'm like, it would be funny if I actually drove through the fucking rainbow. And sure enough, I ended up driving through the rainbow. So I took a picture of it, posted it. Naturally, a couple of my brothers talking shit about it. Oh, you know what that means? And I'm like, whatever. Y'all could have your moment of trying to deplenish my moment of the universe blessing me with driving through a fucking rainbow. No, there wasn't no pot of gold at the end of it. But to me, the pot of gold was driving through that rainbow. Something that I don't think a lot of people ever experienced in their lifetime. And it's not me bragging about it. I'm just saying the things that I've experienced that was exciting to me that the universe has given me. But driving through that, it was something, something of, I can't remember right now what they say as far as what a rainbow signifies spiritually. But I think it's something of like purity, growth, wealth, fortune, life, understanding and all of that other stuff. But it was just something that came over me within the time of driving through it, that I was just like, I would take this as my pot of gold. It would have been nice to find a fucking pot of gold, but I'll take me driving through the rainbow as my pot of gold. But you know, the universe also does it where in the midst of you being tested, and I would probably said this before, I don't remember, that it's going to give you your moments. You know, it's going to give you happy things in the midst of it for you to be able to, you know, dissect whether you're going to focus on the negative or focus on that one positive thing. It still goes back into it's your choice. And what you choose to do with it, you know. But life isn't all of this misery and pain and all of this bullshit. It's just a lot of trials that you're going to go through within your spirituality and whatever it is of your belief, your faith, your growth, your understanding, and definitely your change. The main thing about it is the more you grow, the more you're going to change. The more you adapt to understanding your growth, still, the more you're going to change. A lot of things isn't going to affect you as much as it used to. You know, and even people that have emotional holds over you isn't going to have that much effect over you either. You know, a lot of people will be like, oh, you're just dying inside. No, I've just grown a lot more than what I used to be. And that's just that. But other than that, everything's been as it is. Workflow. Trying to get things together. I don't know if I talked about me ordering some Dragon Super Breath shells, but I'm going to talk about the shit again. If I haven't, or if I did, I don't remember. But yeah, the Dragon Super Breath shells are shotgun shells that reach out 200 feet and burns up to 5,000 degrees. Now, people will ask, what do I need with that? I just fucking wanted it. So I got it. And that's just that. You know, I seen a video on it. I mean, fuck, you play Call of Duty. And for most people who play Call of Duty, when you're in a shipment or you're in certain maps and everything, and you know you have that go-to, a lot of people go-to is whatever shotgun you're going to use with the fucking incendiary shells. It's something about shooting somebody on a game and bursting them into flames. Just reminds you of a nice Christmas day, roasting marshmallows on an open fire. No, I'm joking, but I just wanted them. You know, and God forbid if somebody was to try anything and, you know, cause harm to me or my family, yeah, their asses is getting lit up terribly. But other than that, I've been just trying to get back into certain readings and listening to a lot more frequencies to be able to unlock my chakras and have them fully aligned, which is something I got to get a book on that, because I don't really know about the unlocking and the alignment of chakras, more so with just listening to frequencies. I just know when I listen to frequencies, I do see images though, so you know, based off of certain frequencies, like if I'm listening to a wealth frequency, I can actually smell the smell of money. I get this feeling inside of financial growth. You know, when I listen to the solar plexus frequency, the solar plexus frequency is the one that pretty much deals with like blockages and stuff inside of you where you have like self-doubt or whatever. And when I listen to that, there's like it's not really a knot in my stomach, but it's like I feel something squeezing in, you know, and it's sort of like, I guess it's the uncomfortability within me on things that I'm dealing with in certain ways that I see myself or think about myself. And as listening to it and the time passes, it opens up and I start getting like a butterfly feeling inside of my stomach, and you know, you get this overwhelming feeling of just happiness and peace within me. So I'm just trying to figure out more on what to read to really get myself into opening up my chakras and having them fully aligned for me to get to that next level. You know, other than that, my go-to is going to always be my motherfucking shrooms. You know, because in them moments of me having shrooms and everything, it's like, and all that exists within this world that is planted inside of us is removed. and I'm completely free and I'm completely open and really understanding. So that's what I fuck with. I fuck with mushrooms. And for anybody else who does, they understand exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it's not a runaway. It's not an escape. It's not like, you know, I'm drinking or smoking crack or taking meth or whatever else to escape reality. No, when I take mushrooms, it's only for spiritual growth reasons only. And that's it, you know. That's like people got medical reasons why they smoke weed. I take shrooms to spiritually elevate. And that's just that. And, yeah, I mean, you know, it's just been, as it's been in everybody's life, the ups and downs and all. For all my real friends and family, you know, loved ones and all that's going through shit. And the only reason why I say the real ones is because naturally everybody has fake and real ones in their lives. I'm not paying mind to the fake ones. Only the real ones is the ones that I care for. The only thing I say to y'all is like, yo, just keep pushing, keep growing. Fuck surviving, start living. And I love y'all greatly in the things that y'all doing. You know, other than that, within the solar moon, I'm jumping into a couple of things. Manifestations. I probably said it before. I'm going to say it again. When you're manifesting, be extremely specific on the things that you want. And I needed my own clarity in that, because when I do my manifestations, I don't write anything down. I just say it in my head and I just leave it be. Now, the thing about saying it in your head is that you have to really believe in yourself and what you're saying for it to come to. But when you're in your head, it gives yourself the opportunity, if you're an overthinker, like I'm an overthinker, unfortunately. So when I start thinking and manifesting, I start getting into my overly thinking self, and I just start thinking of all shit. And I try not to go too deep into it. I just try to speak positivity over everything, you know. But I was talking with one of my cousins, and she told me that, you know, what she does is she writes everything down to the detail, and she looks at it the night before, and the following day, everything that she writes down comes true. You know, and I've tried it. You know, I did the 369 book, and what I wrote down in there came true. And I guess I fell off with me being consistent and persistent within my manifestations, so I gotta definitely get back into that. And that's another thing still. And the spiritual thing of growing, it's a lot of fucking responsibilities just within yourself. You know, and a lot of people, we all have the tendency to stray away. It's gonna happen. You know, and there's moments like these where you just sit there and reflect like, all right, I used to do this, I used to do that, and things was happening. Now I'm doing this and this ain't happening. You got to get back to it. You got to think about it. As much time and effort as you put in working, any relationships that you have and all, you know, even if it's a hobby, you still have to do that shit for yourself. You owe that to yourself. Because your spirit is like, yo, you're getting up 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, you know, continuously, every day, going to work, doing the same thing over and over and over and over, dealing with the same people, even if they bring different shit, different days and all, your effort is there. Why the fuck can't you put your effort into yourself like that? You know, and a lot of people would say, because I'm just fucking tired. And I understand. But if you allow people to make you tired and you not have energy for yourself, something needs to be removed there. Because number one priority should be yourself. You know, relationships wise, with family, friends, lovers, even your kids. You're all priorities. But you still have to make yourself that number one priority. So, in the midst of everything that's going on, man, this is a lesson for myself right now, I'm not going to lie. but I'm still talking to everybody about it. Keep yourself as a fucking priority and don't let nothing else take you away from that. You know, so for people who's interested in my podcast and everything and has been listening and been wanting more, I apologize to y'all as much as I apologize to myself for not being consistent. You know, and like I said, I do want guests on for me to be able to have things to talk about, you know, other than me just ranting on for however long that I do it. But yes, in manifestations, be very specific, be consistent, be fucking proficient, be whatever the fuck you want to say that's going to help you be able to understand, like, yo, I got to stick with this shit hard body because I owe it to myself. You know, so that goes into the other episodes that I talked about with self-love and value and how you treat yourself. Everything evolves around everything that I speak on, except every fifth episode that I have, you know, then I have my out of the war conversations, but either way I find a way to squeeze that into everything else too. But definitely be more specific in your manifestations. There was something else that I wanted to touch into was I can't remember right now, and I had 3 topics, but I gave y'all 2 for the moment. Other than that, I'm going to work on, it's not going to be every week. I can't do an every week podcast. You know, I don't really want to talk about the current events and all of that shit that goes on. I mean, there's a lot of unfortunate shit. You know, Hawaii, the last storm that happened, that hit Florida, Georgia, North and South Carolina. You know, I could talk on all of that, but I just choose not to because it's a crock of shit. You know, it's pretty much our own people and other places that's throwing these fucking catastrophic, forms of weather at us. And we're the ones that's suffering. You know, no difference than fucking 9/11. No difference than a lot of other shit that took place and all. And we're just the people that's suffering in it. So I really don't want to touch on current event things. I just know in a lot of things, it's just like, yo, do your best to remove yourselves from social media. Do your best to remove yourself from the fucking news. And just home in on what's there. Your family, your friends, your lovers, you know, your kids if you have any or whatever. And try to do more natural-based things. Because looking at all of this shit, all it's doing is just destroying everybody. And forcing people to lose themselves and end themselves. But, fuck, I'm really trying to remember what was the third thing. It was manifestations. The reason why I took so long doing the next episode. And there was one more thing. I don't know. It'll come to me later on. But for now, whoever's listening, I appreciate you guys. I love y'all greatly. You know, stay safe out there and whatever it is that you're doing. Keep rising, keep growing. Get healthy. Try to get in a bit of shape. Because motherfuckers need it. We all lacking that. And I'll be talking with y'all next episode. I appreciate everything that y'all do. I appreciate y'all listening. If y'all got anything that y'all want to talk about, y'all can hit me up on Instagram, actually. The new account is NightwolfWK1, I believe. All you got to look for is the Jiren icon. If you don't know who Jiren is, he's a character from Dragon Ball Z. He's the one that fucked up everybody during the tournament. And they didn't want to show him anymore because he's that fucking guy. But yes, look on Instagram, NightwolfWK1, I believe, and you'll see the Jiren icon. If you want me to talk about anything, hell, if you want to even be on an episode, hit me up and let me know. All right? Y'all have a good one. Warrior and out.